Welcome back. You're still with us on Business 360. Now, the government is seeking legal opinion on regulating e-pharmacies. We learn from sources that the Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers has drafted regulations aimed at curbing the operations of e-pharmacies. The government is concerned about data leaks and misuse via these online platforms. Regulators have also issued show-cause notices to over 20 e-pharmacies. These companies have sought time to respond to notices. CNBC-TV18's Aishwarya Anand spoke to Tata 1mg's Prashant Tandon earlier this week on regulatory concerns, and here's what he had to say.
All of these are well governed by various laws and acts, and those independent acts can take action and should take action. And it's not an online debate. It's whether online or offline, if any sale is happening without a license, if sales are happening without prescriptions, if sales are happening of fake medicines, all of that, there are laws that govern that, and those laws are sufficient and take care of it.
And with e-pharmacies coming under the scanner, what impact could this have on existing investors? Aishwarya Anand is here with the industry landscape. Aishwarya?
That's right. Since the beginning of the pandemic, over $700 million have been invested in e-pharmacy players. Some of the world's largest venture investors, including Sequoia, Temasek, Prosus and TPG, are now facing a risk of seeing their investments evaporate without an IPO or an acquisition as an exit option. PharmEasy pulled its IPO papers last year and is now facing the hurdle. Over $1.6 billion have been invested in the online pharmacy player. It has even made some large-ticket acquisitions, picking up MedLife and even the listed Thyrocare to grow its diagnostic business. It's not just venture investors at risk here. Some of India's largest conglomerates have an exposure too. Tata has a controlling stake in 1mg and pumped in $40 million just 6 months ago. When it comes to NetMeds, it was acquired by Reliance Retail in mid-2020. Now, while the concept of e-pharmacy caught up in 2015, it was the pandemic that drew investor interest. As you can see, before the pandemic hit, only 3 million people were ordering medicines online. Now, once the lockdown was imposed, within 2 months, that number went up to 9 million. It's estimated that 70 million people would be ordering medicines online by 2024, following the trends in e-commerce, supported by a growing internet user base. As it stands, the e-pharmacy market in India is valued at about $350 million. While there are about 50 companies operating in this space, the online pharmacies account for only 1.5 to 3% of the total pharmacy sales in India, which stands at over $10 billion. Now, despite the surge during the pandemic, the domestic e-pharmacy market is still in its infancy stage. NetMeds, Tata 1mg and PharmEasy together hold 80% of the total market share. It is these market leaders and their investors who are most at risk if the government takes a U-turn on e-pharmacy.
Right.